over 40 years. Every year, the United Nations General Assembly adopts some 20 resolutions of condemnation against one member state of the international community, which happens to be Israel, and only 4 resolutions against the rest of the world combined. Now, I'm not telling you anything that you don't know, but in legal terms and in terms of international justice, what we are witnessing here is a standing denial of international due process, where one country is singled out for differential and discriminatory treatment, and the rest of the human rights violators enjoy exculpatory immunity. And when one looks at the resolutions that are adopted, they read, and not accidentally, they read like legal judgments, alleged findings of fact and conclusions of law. And they focus increasingly on the settlements, because those who drew up and drop these indictments know very well that America, Canada, Europe are legal cultures. If you say something is illegal, it's far worse than if you say it's stupid or ill-advised or wrong. And so you have a series of resolutions dressed up as legal judgments, increasingly focusing on the illegality of the settlements, with all the resonance that that would have in legal cultures in North America and Europe. But it doesn't end there. As someone who is a member of a Canadian delegation to the United Nations, in the course of the adoption of these resolutions, you have to appreciate that there's not only a critical mass of indictment in the singling out of one member state, but a critical mass of exposure to that indictment. Because these resolutions pass through a 3-month process. Almost every single day, somewhere, there is a meeting, a forum, a conference on the way to the indictment. And the delegations to the United Nations are made up not only of diplomats, they include parliamentarians, academicians, journalists, NGO reps, faith leaders, and the like. So there's a critical mass of exposure to the process that leads to the final indictment. And most of the members of these delegations, as I witnessed when I was there, don't necessarily come to the United Nations with any particular bias against Israel. It's that they come there uninformed about Israel, but they listen to and are exposed to this drumbeat of incitement for 3 months. And at the end of that, they internalize that drumbeat of incitement and then end up seeing Israel through the same optic of those resolutions which effectively brand Israel as a major lawbreaker in the international